Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 11 of Down on the Sidelines, back in Brendan's good old bedroom again.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the house. Actually, my bedroom.
Yes, your bedroom. As always, I guess we're both reporting from this home sideline this week. Matt Crowley, a.k.a. Matty Icy.
Brenden Retzloff, a.k.a. Golf, and Brendini is here with you today. And yeah, happy holidays, everybody.
Yes. Officially, when we're recording this, 12/23. So, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, have a Happy New Year. And I guess let's get right into it, shall we?
Yeah, so...
I mean, first thing, some nice news for Packers fans out there.
Let's go, folks.
Elton Jenkins got signed. He got signed to, I think it was a 4-year, $54 million on top of his $74 million contract.
Elton Jenkins reaches a 4-year deal with the Green Bay Packers, $68 million extension.
60, I was wrong. I read something earlier this morning.
So the 4-year deal includes a $24 million signing bonus, which makes it worth $68 million. Yeah. But it could reach up to $74 million with his incentives. The deal will keep Jenkins with the Packers through the 2026 season, an average of $17 million per year.
Jordan Love is going to be his quarterback that he's got to protect, because I saw as soon as I told my grandparents, I was like, hey, this is where all Rodgers' money is going, which I think he's going to retire after this year.
Yeah, this guy was telling me before the episode began that Aaron Rodgers should either leave Green Bay or just retire.
I think he's just so fed up because now he doesn't have any weapons. Like, yeah, he's made somewhat of a chemistry with Christian Watson, but that's not enough. You got rid of Sammy Watkins right before the game on Monday.
Here's the thing, Sammy Watkins,
he's washed.
He had no production value at all for the Packers when he played.
And all the Packers fans are saying, oh, we got a great receiver. He's going to be amazing. He didn't do one lick of shit.
It's a little unfortunate how all of that went, but I still have faith that Rodgers is going to stay with us.
I don't know.
It's a little questionable right now, up to question, but I don't think he cares as much about the money as a lot of people think, to be honest.
He's old. He needs to retire, along with Tom Brady. He needs to retire, too.
I mean, I would have agreed with you right away about the Tom Brady thing retiring, because, I mean, he's 45 years old, and his life is kind of going into shambles, which sucks to say, but, like, he's had so much success in his
I don't blame him for
that. Like,
I don't even blame him for coming back. It's like, if you're this successful, like, I don't, like, by all means, like,
here's what he should have done after he won that Super Bowl with the Buccaneers.
Called it.
Walk away, because, like, obviously you want to end your career on a good
high note. Yeah.
And speaking of that, Aaron Donald, he's out
for the rest of the year. I mean,
is he gonna end his career?
He's gonna end his career because he said that he was gonna retire after last year, and I think that there's a very high possibility that he does. He already has his ring. But moving on to the next topic, you can say this because I don't know how to say it.
Well, I had a couple of more things to say about the Elton Jenkins signing.
Okay, well, go ahead.
So, I'm reading this article right now on ESPN. Rob Domofsky, thank you for
providing our information.
Yes. And it says that the Packers, they also have several other key players who would become free agents after this year.
Who would those be?
One of them, actually 2 of them, are wide receivers for the Packers.
Oh, one of them is Cobb.
Randall Cobb is one of them. Do you know the other?
Alan Lazard.
Alan Lazard's the other
because
one.
I think everyone else is rookie, so they'll be on their rookie contracts.
So if Aaron Rodgers left, and these guys left, the Packers are literally starting over again.
I think. See, Cobb is also really old. Like he's bounced around. Majority's career was in Green Bay. Then he went down to Dallas first. Then he got signed with Houston. Now he's back with Green Bay. I'm like.
And then not just those guys, the tight end position as well for the Packers. Tanyan and Mercedes Lewis.
Mercedes Lewis hasn't done anything this year for you guys. I'm sorry.
He had a touchdown.
Okay, he's done one thing for you.
Big dog.
Yeah, because he was super well known. What was he in? He was in New England.
I think he went to Jackson. I think he was in Jacksonville, and then... Yeah, it was his time in Jacksonville.
Yeah, it was.
Jacksonville was good.
When Jacksonville was amazing with Saxonville in the 2017 season, like, he popped off and then just couldn't reproduce, I guess. Anyone else?
For the Packers, there are a few more players, and I hate to say these names. So, Dean Lowry, one of the leading...
Oh my gosh, you guys won't have enough money to get all these guys.
Then Adrian Amos, and then kick returner Keyshawn Nixon, which he's one of the best returners this year.
He's decent.
Like,
I will say that.
I'm glad this team ended up getting rid of Amari Rodgers because
he's doing more in Houston than he is when he did in Green Bay.
I'm glad he's being successful, but he wasn't successful in Green Bay.
No,
and
he
it was
wasn't.
his
That
time
was
to
a
go.
waste of a pick.
And Keyshawn Nixon taking over on the special teams for the Packers, still keeping us hope to make the playoffs. Now we can move on to the next topic.
It's been 50 years of... You can say, because I can't speak English, even though I'm a communication major.
It's the Immaculate Reception.
Immaculate Reception.
There you go.
Well, I didn't know how to type it.
You didn't know how to type it?
No, I really didn't.
What about just say it?
Immaculate Reception. Yes, so obviously it's been 50 years today since Terry Bradshaw threw the Immaculate Reception. And obviously with that, the person who caught it, Franco Harris, unfortunately passed away a couple of days ago.
Rest in peace.
So, obviously, one of the biggest, actually the biggest play in NFL history back in...
December 23rd, 1972.
73.
At the Three Rivers Stadium in Pittsburgh. So, it is the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Oakland Raiders against
we'll go over our
other.
matchup because it's ridiculous how close they got this accurate.
Dude, I'm looking at the data and analytics of this game. There were 50,327 people who attended that football game.
That's a lot, especially for back in the 70s.
For a game in 1972.
That's a lot of people. That's a lot now.
Well, this was like the Steelers when they were like...
in their prime. When they're... Or starting to get into their prime. Yeah.
Like, this was when they were going to lead the NFL in Super Bowls. Mm-hmm. Terry Bradshaw, big reason for it. But, this was the AFC divisional playoff game. So, in a crazy play like that, I mean, if we want to explain how
talking about divisional playoff, big plays, you also have the Minneapolis Miracle, I'm just saying. But nothing tops the Immaculate Reception.
Yeah. And if you watch the replay of it on, live replay of that play, there's a lot of controversy that went down in this play because no one really saw where the ball ended up.
Well, yeah, they have a back camera angle where
they did have another camera angle, but
it never hit the ground.
It was very possible that he stepped out of bounds.
Oh, I didn't see
on the
that
play. But then there was also the thing where there were no convincing replays to determine who deflected the ball. So they don't even know who deflected the ball on the play, and
because they didn't have,
And I feel like if they, even the player who deflected it,
Kenneth Gainwell,
they would say that they deflected the ball because they would want to get all the hate on them. So but they'd get a ton of love from Pittsburgh for it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But then Oakland, that's a different story.
Yeah, Oakland.
But there's no Oakland Raiders anymore.
It's the Las Vegas Raiders. But yeah, moving on to our next topic. The Pro Bowl, the final rosters has been revealed. I guess we'll just go over the starters real quick. And even though the fan voting kind of counts, the lead voter did not get in. So we'll start off with the NFC. So for the quarterbacks, you have Jalen Hurts, Geno Smith, and Kirk Thuggins. Kirk O'Chains. Kirk Cousins. Obviously, we both agree. Obviously, Jalen Hurts deserves to be in with his MVP season.
Yes.
It was kind of mixed for both you and me because I was surprised that Cousins made it. You were surprised that Smith made it. But also, NFC does not have many good quarterbacks. Rodgers and Brady have not done anything this year.
I also thought that Jared Goff had a chance
yes.
of making
I think
it.
he came out too late. That might have been why.
And another thing about, like, the Pro Bowl is it's vote getting. It's not who's the best.
It's basically if you have a big name in the league, you're in.
Yeah, so, like...
Because, like, we'll go over the running backs, but we'll see.
I don't know if you saw the Austin Eckler ad. Yes. It looked like a political ad.
Yeah, it was like, this is why Austin Eckler should be a Pro Bowler.
It was legendary.
It was awesome. I did see that.
Like, I love seeing stuff like that.
It's like having fun.
Because you were talking about, like, oh, it's always the guys that go to the big schools that get in or whatever. Yeah. And then you got somebody like Austin Eckler, who is actually, like, a really good football player.
Undrafted free agent. And, ridiculous.
Yeah, like, he's had so much success. And I think it's the fact that he's on the Chargers is why he doesn't get it. Because if you've seen the amount of fans at Chargers football games in
it's not Los Angeles, home game, it's a away game.
It's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
So you gotta feel bad for him.
Yeah, so speaking of running backs, move on to the NFC running backs. Saquon starting, Tony Pollard and Miles Sanders. Take Miles Sanders out and put in Christian McCaffrey.
I find it hilarious that Tony Pollard got
in. Imagine your backup beat you to the Pro Bowl. That's kind of embarrassing, but Tony Pollard deserves it. But playing outstanding this year.
All running backs, too, are from the NFC East.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize. Yeah, they are.
I personally thought that Aaron Jones had a chance of making it for the Packers.
I don't think he had a very good chance. I knew Dalvin Cook wasn't going to make it. He wasn't.
Dalvin Cook's had a quiet year until, like, the past
couple of weeks. He's fifth in the league with yards, which kind of surprised me. I was like, oh, he actually is somewhat decent. Fullback Kyle Juszczyk, self-explanatory. He's the best of the best. Receivers, you got Justin Jefferson, A.J. Brown, C.D. Lamb, and Scary Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, how do you feel about those ones? Because you were talking a little bit about one of the players
I know you
earlier.
were too. Jefferson and A.J. Brown, I completely agree. McLaurin, he's been coming up on his uprising. I think Amon-Ra should be in there instead of C.D. Lamb. So that's my take on Amon-Ra. Has been having a super good year, kind of like what you said, like with Jared Goff.
I would say the same thing about Amon-Ra.
But you say
I would take out Scary Terry. I just think he's having a better year production wise. I'm gonna look up the statistics on these guys.
I don't think we'll go over the offensive line because, to be frank, I don't really know the offensive line. I don't know. We'll just keep the skill positions. They're kind of like the big names. I guess without that, tight ends, there's only two, George Kittle and T.J. Hawkinson. Hawkinson obviously started really producing from Minnesota, so he deserves it. And then honestly, it's Kittle. He's the best in the NFC. I don't know if you have anything else to say about that.
Not really. Kittle's a really good option, I believe.
Then Hawkinson, he's been
and then Hawkinson, he was a good accusation.
I mean, some big offensive guards. I mean, you got Zach Martin, center, Jason Kelsey. I think that was a given. Now defense. Nick Bosa, Brian Barnes. I really hurt him. And then DeMarcus Lawrence. I mean, yeah, I basically agree. Interior alignment, Aaron Donald, Jonathan Allen, Dexter Lawrence, all very good picks in my opinion.
Yes.
Especially Jonathan Allen, very well deserved. Outside linebackers, I think this is the best one. You had Micah Parsons, Zadarius Smith, and Hasan, is that how you say it? Or Hassan Reddick?
Hassan
Reddick from the Eagles, all very good choices. Been having great years. Inside or middle linebackers, you had Fred Warner and Demario Davis.
Fred Warner is a good
I would like
selection.
to see Greenlaw in there. Greenlaw's been very underspoken. I would like to see him.
I could have seen him replace.
It would have been nice to see the whole middle linebacker core just be represented by the 49ers. That would have been sick.
The 49ers defense is
so good.
That good.
It's ridiculous. Cornerbacks, you have Darius Slay from the Eagles, Trevon Diggs from the Cowboys, Tariq Woolen from the Seahawks as a rookie.
Not surprised.
And Yair Alexander, which completely threw me off because where's J.C. Horn?
A lot of people were upset about that one.
This is where I say that the Pro Bowl is now become on your name since Yair has such a big name, and I feel like Diggs also did too. Because Because Diggs is a hit or miss corner. You either lock you down or he'll let up an 85-yard touchdown against you.
It's all popularity, dude.
It really is. It's unfortunate.
It's how it is for basically every single professional sports all-star type of game or series. Like in Major League Baseball, it's voting. Mm-hmm. In NFL, it's voting.
It's whoever's hot.
In
right
NBA,
then.
it's vote. Is it voting in NBA?
I don't know. I don't pay attention.
NBA is like a selection thing, but like the NBA is almost one of the best ways of doing it, and they also have great events that go on over their weekend or whatever. A couple of
honestly,
days.
it's not a Pro Bowl game anymore. It's like games leading up, and I think they're playing flag football.
They're playing
I think
flag
it'll be
football
a lot better
tournament. I think
that'll be interesting. So then for free safety, Quandre Diggs. I mean, I don't really know many free safeties. I mean, strong safeties, that's where Harrison Smith comes in. But strong safeties speaking, you have Budda Baker. Buda's always been pretty good.
He's a great player.
Talanoa Hufanga, who is I don't know if I said that. If I said it wrong, I'm so sorry. It's from San Francisco. And then special teamers, I'll just go over I guess I'll just go over the important ones. I mean, I'm not going to say the long snapper because I don't know. I was like, wait, we have a really good long snapper?
It's like the long snappers.
I was like, we have a good long snapper?
It's like the long snappers listening to this podcast.
Okay, Andrew D. Palola from the Vikings, my Vikings. Tress Way from the Commanders. Jason Myers from the Seahawks. Kevontae Turpin from the Cowboys. And Jeremy Reeves from the Commanders. Have you seen the Reeves?
The only person I know out of those people you said was Myers, the kicker for the Seahawks.
Turpin is an absolute speed demon. So
I've heard of him.
I've seen him. I think he's taken back a touchdown this year.
Yeah, I was still doing the research on Scary Terry and Amon-Ra St. Brown. So Amon-Ra St. Brown's career stats.
And being able to throw and be on the same connection.
1st and 10. Brown a block at the left tackle. Again they go to Kelsey. He slips by one. Takes a couple to bring him down. A hit back there by Tremont.
And he's got 6 touchdowns this season. Mm-hmm. And then as for Scary Terry, he's played every single game as well. 68 receptions for 1,015 yards. So yes, he is like a better like deep passer or deep pass receiver type of player.
He's a deep threat.
He's only gotten 3 touchdowns this season.
That's fair. I mean, Jefferson only has 7, but Jefferson is Jefferson though.
So
I mean, his route running is just immaculate.
So like it's a give or take for either of them. But then you said you would take out CeeDee Lamb. So I'm going to take a look at CeeDee Lamb here real quick.
All right, I'm going to start on the AFC roster right now.
Talk about that while I do that research.
So for the quarterbacks, you have Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. Basically, that's where all the powerhouses is. Nothing to change there. Running backs, Nick Chubb, Josh Jacobs, and Derrick Henry. I mean, okay, I have Nick Chubb as my fantasy running back, so we're all good. Fullback, Patrick Ricard for the Ravens. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, not many teams have fullbacks anymore, so you usually see a fullback's usually one of those few selected teams. Wide receivers, you got Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, Devontae Adams, and Jamar Chase.
Such a great
That's a really good receiver core.
That's the best. I think that's one of the best.
Yes. You could say that you could take Chase out for Waddle because Chase missed like 6 games.
That's true.
Like that's up there. I don't think both of them would have been really good picks. I'm not saying that one's better than the other. They would have been both really. I think Waddle would be a replacement if one of these. If two of these teams, if two of these teams, I'm talking about Jamar Chase with the Bengals and the Bills, if they make the Super Bowl, Waddle's going to be in. That's what I think. He's going to be a replacement.
Yes.
Tight ends, self-explanatory, Travis Kelce and Mark Andrews.
Only 2 relevant tight ends in the AFC. Literally.
For defensive ends, Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, Trey Hendrickson. Nothing much.
Good picks.
Interior lineman, Chris Jones, Quinnen Williams, yes. And then Jeffrey Simmons. All of them are good seasons. Outside linebackers, Matt Judon, Khalil Mack. How do you feel about this? TJ Watt, even though he's a Wisconsin native.
On Wisconsin.
He was hurt for so long.
He's barely played this year.
He's barely played. So this is another instance where
it's popularity.
Yes.
And he just won the Defensive Player of the Year award last year.
Yeah.
So, like, if you have that type of hardware on you, it's like you got a guaranteed like extra 100,000 votes or something from fans. And it's just like, this is where people don't really understand football very well. But, I mean, I'll be real, too. Like, I don't really know as many defensive players as I do offensive players. And it's not even close.
I just don't like the big name players. Like, that's what we skipped over. That's why we skipped over the linemen, because I don't really know any linemen.
So, I got the stats on CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb is a better receiver statistically than Scary Terry. So
remove Scary Terry, put him on Raw.
Yes, but you said remove CeeDee Lamb.
Okay, whatever. Yeah. But anyway,
his stats say 81 receptions, 1,087 yards, averaging around 13 yards a reception, 13 and a half.
He's a good middle.
He's got 6 touchdowns.
He's a good middle receiver.
So
like middle routes. So
Amra and CeeDee Lamb, they match each other in touchdowns. CeeDee beats him in yards. But then Scary Terry, he leads Amra in yards, but not touchdowns. So
gotcha.
Give or take.
Yeah, so the inside linebackers for the AFC, Roquan Smith, who was a former Chicago Bears, and then C.J. Mosley from the Jets. Cornerbacks, Sauce Gardner, Patrick Surtain, Marlon Humphrey, and Xavier Howard. Xavier Howard has been having somewhat of a rough season, but still a good pick. Free safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. It's Fitzpatrick.
Yep.
Strong safety, Derwin James and Jordan Poyer. Both very good picks. Long snapper, Morgan Cox from the Titans.
Oops.
The punter, Tommy Townsend from the Chiefs. Kicker.
Tommy Townsend, yeah.
You want to know who the kicker is?
For the AFC?
Come on, bro.
It's Justin Tucker.
Yeah, it's Justin Tucker. Devin
the
Duvernay.
Guy who missed 2 field goals last week?
Bro, that's upset me for fantasy. And then Devin Duvernay for the Ravens. And then the special teamer, Justin Hardy. So, that is the Pro Bowl roster. I guess with that,
AFC's gonna win.
They always win. When do they not win?
Okay, here's the thing. This is flag football now, so like
they're gonna try more. I feel like they're gonna try.
I don't know. I'm really curious how it's gonna.
Usually NFC wins all the games, but then the AFC wins the actual game. Yeah. So I guess with that, Gardner Minshew is now starting for the Philadelphia Eagles. So, Eagles fans, I mean, good luck against Dallas. That's all I'm going to say.
Here's the thing. Dallas Cowboys, they're off of a loss to a pretty hot Jaguars team.
To a not a very bad Jaguars
so, team. No. I don't know. I don't know, man.
See, here's the thing.
They're
going to have to change their offense.
Kind of referring to what you said earlier about him being a pocket passer.
Well, I was exactly going to bring that up.
Over Jalen Hurts, like...
Yeah, he can run somewhat.
The identity of the offense kind of changes.
The identity is going to be like, oh, wait, it's going to be...
Do you think they're going to run the ball more in this game?
I feel like Sanders will get his chance, and then they'll take some deep shots with Minshew.
Should I start Miles Sanders in fantasy football this week after he said he doesn't care about how he does in fantasy football?
I would still start him. I would still start him.
I'm not drafting him ever again after he said that.
Draft D-Hop because he's like, all right, who's fantasy teams do I need to save tonight? No. But yeah, obviously very similar scenario. In 2017, Philly is a 1 seed. They lose Carson Wentz. Nick Foles takes them and wins them to the Super Bowl. Minnesota was a 2 seed. Look where we are now. 1 seed is the Eagles. 2 is Minnesota. Their starting quarterback goes down, and their replacement comes back in. So it's going to be super interesting.
I
see
swear,
if it'll be the same thing.
If that story plays out the same way, whether it's
NFL's rigged,
it's the Patriots are in the Super Bowl, or if it's Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, oh my god.
Well, that won't happen because the Bucs are sitting at 6-8 leading their division. They're
still winning their division.
Oh gosh, yeah. So that's a little Gardner Minshew mania news. But I guess with that, move on to our power rankings. Guess we'll give what ESPN has us. So number 10 sitting at 9-5, you have the Baltimore Ravens. In the 9th spot, sitting at 8-6, the Los Angeles Chargers. In the 8th spot, also sitting at 8-6, are the Miami Dolphins. Sitting at the 7th spot is 11-3 Minnesota Vikings. Sitting at the 6th spot, you have the 10-4 Dallas Cowboys. Sitting at the 5th spot, sitting also at 10-4 is San Francisco 49ers. Sitting at the 4th spot, I can't see, Brenden, your cursor's in the way. Also sitting at 10-4 is the Cincinnati Bengals. Sitting at the 3 spot at 10-3 is the Kansas City Chiefs. 2 spot sitting at 11-3, the Buffalo Bills. And then sitting at the 1 spot, the Eagles at 13-1.
Dude, like, the Bills at 2 from ESPN. Come on.
Yeah. Oh.
Come on. Like, yes, they did have a good win against the Dolphins, but they didn't even drop the Dolphins a single spot from last week.
No, they didn't. The Dolphins should not be on this list.
And
as you will see, I think I still have them on my list, but there's two teams in there's two teams
that shouldn't be on the list. And you're like, oh, I think I actually do have.
I was like, wait, I actually do, I think. But anyways,
that would have been funny if you didn't say that at all, and all you said was they shouldn't be on the list.
And that was like, oh wait, they're on the list.
I would have pointed that out instantly.
Of course you would have. All right, I guess we'll start for a top 5.
Top 5.
Are you ready to reveal them?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. I have the Vikings, and you have the Bills. I know you
like praising your Vikings. I mean,
the teams that I have after them are kind of like teams that are.
You know what team is ranked 31st in the NFL?
The Colts. You want to know who had the biggest comeback in NFL history?
Against the 31st
Vikings.
ranked team in the NFL.
Hey, a win's a win. A win's a win.
I don't know. I think you praise them a little too much. Like,
a win's a win is a win's a win in the playoff as well. So,
like, yes, they are 11-3, but at the same time, like, they play in so many close games, man.
I've had 10 heart attacks and $10.
I don't think you've actually gotten $10. There's no way.
Because 10 of their 11 wins have been from one-score games.
Did you actually get $10?
Yes. From my friends.
Where's the $10?
Huh?
Where's the $10?
It's in my wallet. I'm not giving you my $10 I win from a heart attack. No.
From 10 heart attacks.
Yes, but no. Honestly, the Vikings defense is what's holding them back a lot. Because Ed Donatel, get that man out of there. I freaking hate him with all my heart. I don't care how many yards we give up. As long as we win the game, that's all that matters. Terrible philosophy, by the way. I'm just like, you just want to shut down the other team. Like, there's no reason we should have been down 33-0 to the Colts at all.
I mean, the refs kind of helped out on too.
Go listen to last episode's podcast. You'll hear my very distinctive yelling for the refs.
The refs were so
bad. The refs are so bad.
I'm still laughing at all of that.
Anyways, your Buffalo Bills are at 5.
Yeah, I put them at 5. I think this team is, like, they're 11-3, same as the Minnesota Vikings. So it is interesting to have an 11-3 team at the number 5 spot, considering that's isn't that the second best record?
Second best record in the league, yeah.
So
I guess it's the best league in the AFC.
I think there's only 2 teams that have 11-3 records.
Three. You have Kansas City, Bills, and Minnesota.
I forgot about the Chiefs. Don't know how I could forget about them. But, I mean, they did have a nice win against the Dolphins. I still think they play ugly football. Like, they definitely don't play to their full potential. Like, there's no shot that they have yet. And Josh Allen, he just hasn't clicked with things yet. He did have a pretty good game.
He did
last week, but as for the rest of the team, I don't know. Like, the Dolphins are clearly struggling. As we saw,
Dolphins are going to be. They're choking their big games. They're choking their big games, and they're going to choke themselves out of the playoffs.
So, yeah, that's the reason I have them at 5.
I mean, I don't blame you. Very good reason.
I think ESPN gets a little overhyped about them.
Yeah, I guess with that, going on to number 4.
Let's go.
We both have the Chiefs. I think we may know what our top 3 are. I think can guess yours.
I could guess yours too. I mean, the reason to have the Chiefs, they played a game in overtime against the worst team.
If they would have lost that, they would have been down at 5. I'm sorry.
Oh, if they lost, I might have dropped them further.
You think we would drop them down to like 8 or 9? Or 7? At least 7. 7, 8. If really pushing it, 8.
I probably would have gone with 7. Like, the weird thing about this is the Cowboys, they struggled against the Texans.
But the Texans play the Titans.
About the Cowboys. And then the Chiefs also
Okay, let's be real. Cowboys are going to be 1 and done.
I hope so. Like I told you last time, I want to see Jerry World cry.
Jerry World? I feel like it's a very huge possibility. Because they would have to go to Tampa.
And Tampa Bay is not easy. Like,
it's not. Like you saw the Bengals last week, they struggled.
Yeah.
And then playoff Tom Brady is different.
Freaking sucked at the second half in that game.
Yeah, it kind of reminds. Last week was actually the first time in NFL history that 3 teams have blown a 17-point plus lead.
That's nuts.
The Cowboys, the Bucks, and the Colts. Yeah.
And to think that the Buccaneers would be one of them because it's Tom Brady. So
he never lost.
Tom Brady never chokes.
He never lost a game that he led by more than 17 points, and he did against the Chiefs.
And he's on year 23 of his career.
Retire. Yeah,
23 is a big number for years.
All right, on to our number 3 spot.
I mean, we didn't really talk about the Chiefs. But
yeah.
I mean, it's pretty. I feel like it's
the Chiefs. They'll be fine. It was just one of their bad games that they played.
Yep, and they still won, and they won their division.
Yeah, which, no shocker, their division sucks. Number 3. Oh, anticlimactic.
Let's see it. I bet it's the same.
It is not.
Okay.
So I know wait. Honestly, you have the 49ers. I have the Bengals.
Interesting. So, yeah, my reason for the 49ers, their defense is still great.
You're afraid about Brock Purdy, are you?
Yeah, like, you don't know anything about this guy. He just played his first game.
He beat Tom Brady. Game. He's 2-0 as a starter.
I don't know. This team, I know we shitted on them in the past.
We were saying how easy their schedule was.
Not doing it.
They are making us eat our words.
And then with teams who have that excuse about they're dealing with injuries and they can't win, well,
shut up.
This team's laughing at all of them in the face, saying, "Ha, we can win."
So it seems like their backup quarterbacks are their better quarterbacks.
It's interesting, like,
because Trey
Lance was their starter,
and Jimmy G comes in and does amazing, and now Brock Purdy's doing amazing.
But they're gonna easily win their division. I mean, I feel like. I don't think the Seahawks are gonna get close.
No, Seahawks are out. They're not in the playoffs.
I think the Seahawks are gonna.
They're 7-7. They're tied with Detroit.
I just see the Seahawks kind of falling apart. 49ers.
They play the Chiefs this week. If they lose, their hopes are all off.
And the 49ers, they're 10-4 right now. So I think if the 49ers win and the Seahawks lose, the 49ers get the win for the division.
That might be the scenario.
Because they'd fall to 7-8 and 11-4. Yeah.
The Packers need they need to win out, and then they need 5 different teams to do something.
Not 5.
It might have been 3 or 4.
All they need is
they need to win
the
out.
The Lions to lose. The Lions just need to lose 1.
But I think they have a pretty easy schedule though.
The Lions. Who do they have left?
I'll check it up. You can keep on talking.
But Yeah, the Packers. They have the Lions to lose. Vikings. That doesn't matter. They need the Giants to lose.
Oh, Lions have Panthers, and the Bears, and then Green Bay.
And that's gonna be Green Bay's hardest game in the schedule. I think the Lions.
Yeah, depending on what Minnesota does. Which we're going to that game, so if you want to come say hi to us, we will be at the Minnesota Green Bay game.
Come say hi to us in section.
No clue. My dad has the tickets from this guy. I gotta ask him about what tickets they are.
They better not be scam tickets because
he's a season holder.
All right.
So we're good.
I've already had to deal with a scam.
I know. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, talk about the Bengals. They were down 17-0, but they're the best team in the AFC right now. There's no doubt about that. They're the best. Yes. I mean, when you can beat Patrick Mahomes in his prime, like extreme prime, like in December, like where he's absolutely golden, you can beat him, that's a lot. That says a lot about you. And Joe Burrow's the only quarterback to be 3-0 against Mahomes. So I'm excited to see the Bengals run it again and actually win it because they definitely deserve it. But like I said, not too scared, but these two other teams are definitely better. I think that would definitely give the potential Super Bowl matchups. Mm-hmm. Anyways, going on to our number 2s. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Who do you... Oh, you little bandwagon.
That is not bandwagon. That is not bandwagon.
It took me a while to figure out what Brendan's number 1 is.
All right. So my number 2 is the Philadelphia Eagles.
And mine are the Eagles. The Niners.
The reason I have them at 2 is because Jalen Hurts is not playing. I think Jalen Hurts is a big reason for this team being
Watch
as
Micah
good
Parsons
as they are.
prove his point. Watch Micah Parsons proves his point.
I really hope that the Cowboys win.
If the Cowboys win and they demolish the Eagles, then they'll say, "Oh, it's all Jalen Hurts." If you lose Hurts, you're gonna beat the Eagles.
I don't know. This one's I think I'm making the right choice here. I think the fact that they're missing their best quarterback is a pretty valid reason to drop them one spot. Because this guy, he is in the MVP conversation. Don't forget about that.
He's a front runner for MVP.
Yeah, don't forget about that. There's a reason for that. I think if the Cowboys win this game on, is it Saturday?
All these games are on Saturday except for 3.
It's tomorrow night then, correct?
Tomorrow at 3 in less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
In 22 hours.
So, yeah, if the Cowboys win this game, I believe that proves my point, and then I'll, yeah.
But anyways.
Because I'll explain my number 1 after.
Yeah, my number 1 is the Eagles. I mean, self-explanatory. Best record in the league. Yeah, they're missing, which I do agree.
You had the 49ers at 2. My number 1 is the Cincinnati Bengals.
Of course. What is that?
Hey, after this Jets loss, the Bengals,
they clinched.
They clinched playoff berth. So, feeling pretty good about that. And also, Joe Burrow is the first one to ever come back against Tom Brady, down by 17.
Yes.
So, I think that's really huge. Like, Joe was being Joe, and Tom was Tom until the second half. Tom turned into a tomboy. He turned into a tomboy. I think the Bengals at number 1 is valid.
I'm not saying I disagree. I think they're a low.
Their team is healthy. They did just lose Hurst.
Right before the episode we were talking about that.
But here's the thing. With him being gone, they still got Higgins. They still have Chase.
They still got Mixon.
They still have Mixon. They still have the other one.
The other one.
I always forget
Tyler
his
Boyd?
name. Boyd.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so bad.
I always forget
the other guy.
I always forget Boyd or Higgins.
Yeah.
So, and it's Joe Burrow. So, I have faith, dude. I think this team's going to the Super Bowl.
I mean, yeah. I
I even told you they were going. I said they were going to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you did say that. But
I'm sticking with my guns.
I mean, yeah, they are the biggest threat in the AFC right now, in my opinion.
They're the best team in the AFC.
But going down from 6, we'll reveal them in 3, 2, 1. Wait a minute, hold on. Did I really mess up my power rankings? Oh my gosh.
What did you do?
I forgot to put the Cowboys in here. Sorry, Cowboys. Sorry, Cowboys fans.
Well, I put the Cowboys in at number 6.
Hold on, maybe I can.
I did have the Cowboys.
Oh, I put the Bills in there twice. My bad. Actually, this is good. Actually, this is my Cowboys pick. This is where the Cowboys.
You had the Cowboys at 6 as well.
Yeah, I have them at 6.
All right, they came off of a tough loss, and they played the week before in a tough game against the worst team. I did have the Cowboys at number 3 or 4, I believe, from last week. So after a loss, you got to drop them a couple of spots. And honestly, Dak Prescott to me
is mediocre.
He's not the guy. He's not the guy. Sorry, pal. He's not that guy.
Aaron Rodgers reunites with Mike McCarthy down in Dallas. What?
That's what you said earlier before the episode started. I was like, dude, you're crazy.
I know I am.
Yeah, I don't think Dak Prescott is it. He's struggled this year.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit. I mean, he's just kind of there. I don't really pay much attention to him.
The way you said yeah to that was like, I feel like you're not right, but
I don't really pay much attention to him.
He's struggled this year.
That's why I don't pay attention to him.
I'm gonna tell you his statistics.
All right, going on to number 7. Okay, well, you're a little late there, bud.
Well, yeah, I'm telling you Dak Prescott's statistics for 2022.
Okay, I'll roll
his completion percentage, 68%. He's thrown for over 2,000 yards.
Oh, Jesus, why is yours all the way over there?
He's thrown 11 picks this year.
Oh, good Lord. Josh Allen's been a turnover.
He's thrown 11 picks this year, and he's missed 4 games.
Yeah, with the broken hand from week 1.
Just saying.
All right, he's struggling. Anyways, our number 7 picks. Brenden, yours is super weird.
What the frick?
I don't know what
happened. Mine disappeared, dude.
No, it didn't. Go all the way towards mine.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
So, in 3, 2, 1, I have the Bills.
I have the Lion space S.
There we go. It was just tapped over a lot.
Yeah, I got the Lions.
Yeah, you have the Lions, which is very respectable. I have the Bills. We were saying how the Bills weren't you say they weren't a top 5 team. Well, here's my proof. They aren't a top 5 team. They're a top 7 team.
I respect you big time for that, because I was like very what's the word?
Not hesitant.
The exact opposite of hesitant. I was very against ESPN for putting them at 2. And then I told you before this episode even started, I'm like, I don't know, man. I think the Bills, they're just a little off right now, and
they are definitely a little off right now. I will say that, but
I don't know how they could be off, because they do have that talent on their roster, on the offense.
It's just super weird to see it, yeah.
And I just don't think we've seen a Bills team like this in a while, and it's kind of just throwing everybody off, even though they're the 1 seed in the AFC.
Yeah, they are. Oh my gosh, the AFC. How many ones? I got 1, 2. Okay, basically this is just an NFC power ranking, because there's only 3 so far. But yeah, we both have the Bengals, Chiefs, and it's the Bills. So
yeah, but I got the Lions at number 7, man.
Praise the Lord.
This team is good.
They're gonna. The Jacksonville Jaguars and the Detroit Lions will sneak their way into the playoffs in Week 18.
Wow.
Week 18, they both make the playoffs.
What a statement.
I'm holding by that statement.
The fact you just said that is
it's super possible.
Imagine if this was 2008.
Oh, yeah.
No one would have ever thought that.
No, the Jacks suck, and the Detroit Lions just went 0-16.
These two teams were like the two worst teams for like the longest time.
They were, along with the Jets and the Browns. Yeah, they were really bad.
It's just weird to hear that sentence, but it is possible.
It is possible.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this team. Not saying like I am a fan of the team. Because
I like Dan Campbell. I like Dan Campbell. I love his coaching.
Dan Campbell's a great coach.
I love his coaching style.
I agree with you 100% on that. Jared Goff, he got snubbed from the Pro Bowl. Amon St. Brown, I think he got snubbed from the Pro Bowl. And talk about this defense, man. The first few weeks, their defense was the worst in the NFL.
Because they would get into shootout games.
This team now, I think they're like a top 10. Or top 15 defense.
I would say top 15, not
they're in the
top
50%.
10.
They're in the top 50% league though, and
definitely a lot better than Minnesota's.
Their offense produces.
And Jameson Williams back.
Yes, they got Jameson Williams back. Okay, Jared Goff with Amon St. Brown, and then the running
back core, which is DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams, which is insane.
It's good. Like this team's good. I have them ahead of the Vikings.
You bastard!
Do you see my power rankings?
Yeah. Anyway, let's go on to number 8. This is the Vikings, isn't it? Yeah, so he has the Vikings, I have the Lions. Lions definitely deserve to be in the top 10.
Yeah.
They don't deserve to be over Minnesota. You know, they did beat them. They technically split the series 1-1.
Okay. Yep. I mean...
But the Lions are more hot.
If I went based on right now,
the Lions are
a better
the Lions
team.
are a better team than Minnesota.
That's why I have them ahead. And that's where I was kind of like, dude, the fact you put Minnesota at 5, you're a little bit of a fanboy right now. Like,
listen, you can say that they're the worst 11-3 team in the history. I mean, you got to think.
I'm not calling any team the worst, like, record-wise.
I mean, you guys see, Eagles are self-explanatory. 49ers deserve more recognition. Bengals are self-explanatory. Chiefs are there. Cowboys just had a huge loss in overtime against the Jags. And then the Bills are kind of not falling off, but, like, they're scrambling.
They're weird.
They're super weird
just
right now. And then the Vikings at 5 is like, yeah, they have their stuff. Like, their offense is what's keeping them in their games. It's their defense that's the problem. So it's not like both sides of the ball are having problems. It's just one side. It's just one side of the ball.
And when one side of the game is off, like, it almost throws off the entire team.
Well, you gotta rely on the other side. Like, I didn't even think about this when they played the Colts, that Minnesota is a fourth quarter team, and that's where we scored all of our points in. Because we're usually pretty good in the first half. We put up points, like 20, 24 points. Third quarter, we just shit the bed. Like, we don't score any points, and our defense gets up until they let up a lead in third quarter, and then we decide. Okay.
And here's the thing: it's not just you guys are a fourth quarter team on offense. It's
Kirk
offense
Cousins
and
has
the
led
defense.
the most. Yeah, huh?
It's the offense and the defense for your team in the fourth quarter. Like,
yeah, then the defense realized, oh wait, we might lose. We got
like, you guys get so close to like breaking. Like,
we're that team that
you bend
extremely bends but does not break.
Like, just think of this: you're like a ruler or something, and if you bend,
one of those flexible rulers, those super flexible rulers, like we can bend so much, but no matter how much you bend,
that's what I was talking about.
No matter how much you bend us, we won't break.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I was referring to. Like, those bendable rulers are pretty nice, dude. Like,
they really are.
If you gotta like measure around like circles or whatever, dude.
Okay.
Perfect.
Anyways, on to our number 9 pick.
But that's what a tape measure is for.
Yes. On to number 9. 3, 2, 1.
I think I missed a letter.
Oh, you have the Chargers and I have the Ravens.
I missed 2 letters.
Lamar will be back, so I'm not too worried. But Tyler Huntley has been not doing so hot.
And the reason that I didn't put the Ravens up in this position is just because of how they struggled against the Browns. Like, it was pretty bad. I think.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, is this too late to switch?
You don't want them in your top.
No, I'm putting the Chargers in.
He doesn't want them in his top 10.
I'm putting the Chargers in my top 10 instead of the Ravens.
Wow.
I'm keeping my 10 by 10.
I'm manipulating you pretty easily.
You realize, like, oh, I completely forgot about the Chargers.
Can I manipulate you to drop your Vikings down a couple of spots?
No. They're staying there.
All right.
It was worth a try, though.
Yeah, the Chargers, I feel like this is a pretty valid team to put up in this spot. Just
but the only thing, my problem is that I think they're starting their push too late for the playoffs.
The Chargers, they like to play in a lot of close games, kind of like the Vikings and the Raiders.
I'm not trying. Oh, what am I? Hold on. Words are hard sometimes.
Here's the thing: they got Keenan Allen back. They got Mike Williams back.
Like they're.
I don't know what the situation with Gerald Everett is because
no clue.
There was a time where it might have been Palmer. He went out of the game last week.
I don't really pay attention to the Chargers that often, so
the only reason I pay attention to the Chargers is because my fantasy team.
Huh?
This is my fantasy team.
Oh yeah, I'm playing up against Justin Herbert and Austin Eckler, which
I have Eckler and Herbert on my team.
Imagine that.
It's a pretty good feeling,
yeah.
But right now I'm playing for a spot in the championship in the playoffs, and I'm down by like 100 points.
Yeah, you're projected to lose like by what? 115.
I'm projected to lose by 80.
Oh yeah.
So I'm projected to win in points this week, but in total
I'm projected to win in both. And then our number 10 spot.
I'm curious who we got here.
I think
Jacksonville for you. I got the
Dolphins are on my list. The Dolphins are not on my list. They're not on my list.
You lucky bastard.
I have the Jags. They honestly will go over to last night's game because this is a Friday. We usually try to get these out before the Thursday night games. Of course, complications. Complications arose, so we're doing
I traveled back home on Wednesday. Just didn't have
we were supposed to record before the Thursday night game. I ended up coming home right before the game, so we couldn't do it. And then the game was starting, so we didn't want to do that. Jags are super hot right now. They're 7-7 right now, I do believe.
They are back. No, they have one more game
they're 7-8.
And they'd be half a game back of the Tennessee Titans for the number 1 spot in the AFC South. Because the Titans are 7 and
Jaguars are 7-8. Imagine the Jets were started 5-2. They're 7-8. You think this is a big fraud team?
The problem with the New York Jets is
Zach Wilson.
They play that and that they play in a division that is extremely competitive.
Yeah.
So, they've had a really difficult schedule too this year. If you look at the New York Jets schedule, especially the game that they played last night against the Jaguars, they have the Jets in their net, or not the Jets, the Dolphins, coming up soon, if I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they play the Seahawks on New Year's, and then they play the Dolphins in Week 18. But they played the Lions, they played the Bills, they played the Vikings, they played the Patriots, obviously. Their only easy games have kind of been the Broncos, the Packers, the Steelers. They played the Bengals. They played the Browns, which the Browns, I don't even think they're that bad, to be honest.
Browns are actually, they're good.
They played the Ravens. That was their Week 1 game. The Jets, they've had an extremely difficult schedule this year. And, I mean, Zach Wilson, he's a big part of it. He's a fraud and half.
Yeah, I think he's a waste of a pick.
Mike White's their answer.
What about Daddy Flacco? Grandpa Flacco.
I haven't seen him play in a long time. Maybe that's the team Aaron Rodgers goes to.
That'd be interesting. I don't know, but Jaguars, like I said, they're hot. We'll talk about them real shortly.
But, and then I had the Dolphins.
You have the Dolphins. They're choking big time. They're going to choke themselves out of the playoffs.
It sucks to see this team on a downfall because
they started so good and now they're just
their offense has so much potential and their defense is good
yeah.
too.
So I have Tua. Right now he's on my bench. I'm going to start Kirk Cousins against the Giants, and they're saying start Tua against
the Packers.
The Packers. What do I do? Because I'm just like, oh gosh, like. It's Cousins. Like, he's going to throw over 100 yards to Jefferson because I also have Jefferson.
Start Cousins.
Leave
If
Cousins.
you have Justin Jefferson on your team, here's the thing I always do in fantasy. I want to get a quarterback and a receiver.
That's what I try to do, too.
Team who are good. If they're not good, there's no point in doing it.
Yeah, it's like Jacoby Brissett and, like, Peoples or Amari Cooper.
That's not bad,
Well,
though.
actually, no, that's not. That's
actually pretty
oh, my gosh, what's a really bad one? I don't know, maybe before Wentz got hurt, Heineke and McLaurin.
Maybe.
That probably would have been
something
like
that. It's funny that you brought up Jacoby Brissett.
I was thinking of the Browns. Shut up.
They need to start him again.
They do.
That's one big thing from me. One big take that Deshaun Watson should not be starting anymore. He sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So on to... That's our top 10.
Those are our
Any
top
other 10 opinions and takes on either of our top 10s? I do have a proposal for the next time we do the top 10.
Okay.
Each of us reveal our top 10 one by one.
All right, so I go, then you go.
Yes.
All right, I like that.
Yeah.
So, obviously into the Week 16 schedule. Starting with last night games, Jets were favored by 2.5 points, which was the Jacksonville Jaguars and New York Jets. I picked the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Brenden had picked the Jets. And Jags ended up winning 19-3. I had them winning 27-13, and you had them 20-17. It wasn't much of a game. Zach Wilson got benched.
I didn't even watch it.
Zach Wilson got benched by a wide receiver. Like, their emergency quarterback came in. Like, yeah, it was like Strethan. Like, he was like their fourth string, like, emergency quarterback. Like, he must have played like in high school. He did so well. Like,
he did better than Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson got benched for this guy. It's not like Zach Wilson got hurt. He got benched.
That's bad. Jets Robert Saleh quiet on QB play after more Zach Wilson.
Well, yeah, when you start an emergency quarterback, because you're going to be playing, because you couldn't play in Mike White, but also surprised that they didn't put in Flacco.
Oh my god, yeah, he did do better.
Yeah,
Chris Straveller.
Yes, that was him.
Wait, okay, he also ran the ball.
Oh my gosh, he had
9 carries for 54 yards.
Yeah, I think the team had like 74 yards in total for rushing. He had like 80% of the yards.
Jesus Christ.
No, but yeah, it was downpouring, it was wet, it was windy.
Bad game.
It was a very bad game. Yeah. With that being said, moving on to our next game, we have the Atlanta Falcons at the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore is favored by 6.5 points. I am going to go Ravens on this one.
In this one, I don't know, man. Like,
I mean, it's
I have faith in the Atlanta Falcons.
You really have faith in Desmond Ridder?
Desmond Ridder's in at quarterback.
Marcus, they announced him. Desmond Ridder was starting for QB, and Marcus Mariota just left. Like, they were releasing. Like, he's done with the Vulcans. Like, he's no longer there. Like, they basically said he was having like a decent season.
So Baltimore, they're 9-5. Atlanta's 6-8.
Super bad.
5-9.
Super bad because they're still up for running for the.
I know they're a game back.
I know all the teams
a game
are
back of the Buccaneers. Man, this is a tough game to bet on, but I'd probably go with the Ravens.
I'm gonna go Ravens.
I'd go with the Ravens by like 3. I don't think they're clearing the spread.
I'm going 30-20.
I'm going to go with this being a low-scoring game. I'd go with, 13-10.
All right. Oh, you want me to do your work?
I mean, it seemed like you were doing all the work.
Oh, well, I'm just scrolling.
You can continue.
Next games, we have the Lions at the Carolina Panthers. Detroit's favored by 2.5. I think we know who we're going to pick.
Detroit's favored by 2.5. They should be favored by 10.
Yeah, we're both taking the Lions. I don't think there's not much needed. They're in our top 10s.
Yeah, give me the Lions 37 to 17.
I'm going to say 28 to 17. Then we have the Seahawks at the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City is favored by 10. Before you do
I think this game's going to be a lot closer than that. I don't think the Chiefs are going to clear the spread.
No.
And I think the Seattle defense is actually going to put up a fight.
I'm gonna take Kansas City,
but Kansas City is still going to win it.
I'm gonna take Kansas City still, but I'm gonna go 27-24.
I'm going Kansas City 28-21.
All right. Then we have the Saints traveling to the Browns. Cleveland's projected 3 points here.
I'm really hoping that Jacoby Brissett gets into the game.
I want Nick Chubb to go off so he can get me some fantasy points.
I do not want that to happen because I
want that to happen. So, but I'm picking the Browns. I'm picking the Browns too.
I'm picking the Browns by 3, so the same amount as the spread.
I think it's gonna be a low-scoring game. Actually, no, I take that back. It's gonna be somewhat scoring. It's gonna be 21-17.
That's what I was gonna go with. Or no, I was gonna go with 20 to 17. I'll go 20 to 17 because I said Browns by 3. Last time I chose 2017, I got it wrong. So
yeah. The Houston Texans travel to the Titans. Titans are only favored by a field goal here. -3.5.
This is interesting. The Houston
Texans have been playing super good. They put up a fight against Dallas and they put up a fight against the Chiefs.
I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna be my upset of the week.
You know what? I agree with you because I have this feeling that the Texans are gonna pull this one off.
Something about this is just like I don't know if the Titans are
actually no. I'm taking the Titans.
That would help your. Really?
I'm taking the Titans this one because Derrick Henry always runs over the Texans. He makes them their personal bitch.
I'm still keeping the Texans. I think this one's going to change. I think this one will change.
I'm taking them 28 to 10.
21-14 Texans.
Yeah.
Give me Houston.
Houston boy. All right, so next we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the New England Patriots.
This game won't be close.
Yeah, Brendan's already picking the Bengals. He's already typing it in. I'm going to choose the Bengals as well because, honestly, better team just overall. Give me 30 to 17, Cincinnati.
I got Cincinnati 31-14 over New England.
All right. The Giants at the Vikings. I mean, Minnesota's projected to win by 4 points in typical Minnesota fashion. It's definitely going to be a tough game, so I'm definitely going to keep it within 3 points, but I'm still going to take Minnesota.
I think this game's going to go into overtime.
You think this is going to go into overtime?
I think it will.
I'm going to say it's going to be 30 to 28.
23 to 20 overtime.
All right, I like that. I'm going to say 30 to 28.
Okay.
Minnesota.
Respectable.
Next, we have the Bills at the Bears. Buffalo's projected to win by 8.5. I mean, I know you don't like the Bills, but you're probably going to take them anyways, aren't you?
This one,
I'm taking the Bills.
I've had second thoughts about this one. Like
I have the Bills defense.
Something tells me this might be the game where the Bills break out of their struggle or whatever the heck it is they're dealing with. But I think this is going to be a really high-scoring game, believe it or not.
I think it's going to be somewhat familiar with the Philly game, how it was 20-25. So give me 28-22.
I'm going 35-24.
20-22 Bills for me, and 35-24 Bills for Brenden. Commanders at the 49ers. San Francisco's favored by 6.5 points. Give me the 49ers. There shouldn't be any explanation there.
I'm going to take the 49ers too in this one. I mean, clearly their defense is still like shining, showing how great they are. And the Commanders, they just came off of a pretty tough loss.
Yeah, super tough. Go back to the last episode so you can see our rant about the refs.
True. And yeah, just give me the 49ers in this one.
I'm going to
take them by 10.
Oh, I'm gonna take them by 4, 20-24.
I'm doing 30 to 20.
The Eagles at the Cowboys for one of the very few times. Actually, I think this is the first time this year The Cowboys, not the Cowboys. The Eagles are favorited.
No, the Cowboys are favorited.
The Eagles are underdogs in this one. Cowboys projected to win by 4.5, and we're both going to take the Cowboys.
It's just because
it's
don't
Jalen
have
Hurts. That's why. It's Gardner Minshew, two completely different quarterbacks.
I think this game, since it's at Dallas too, I think that gives the Cowboys a heap of an advantage as well.
I'm going to take 33-21.
31-21.
Interesting.
I really do want that game to be a one-possession game, though. I want it to be really close.
Raiders at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's favored by 1.5.
The Immaculate Reception game.
Yes, this is literally off by 1 day.
And you know what? I'm taking the Steelers because it's the Immaculate Reception anniversary. I think something crazy is going to happen because the football gods are going to be like...
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think I'm going to take Pittsburgh as well.
I'm going to go with 24
I'm gonna
to
choose
17.
I'm going to pick the spread. I'm going to go 21-20. That's what I'm going to go with.
Okay.
Packers at the Dolphins.
Christmas Day.
Oh, crap. I forgot
the first Christmas game.
Yes, the first Christmas Day in our lineup. So, Miami is favorited by -3.5.
Wow.
You're picking the Dolphins. I'm gonna take the Dolphins.
You like picking against the Packers.
Well, I hate them, so why not?
I mean, that's true. You're a Vikings fan.
But I don't know who's gonna stop Tyreek and Jalen Waddle, because you can't have Yair on one guy. You can't have him guard both. So that's my reasoning. I'm gonna take them.
I think Tua is also just struggling though. Like,
it's in Miami, so it's in his element. I'm gonna take them in a 2-score possession, 30-17.
I got the Packers 27-18. I think Rodgers is gonna make some nice throws. Christian Watson, he's gonna get a touchdown. Hopefully AJ Dillon is healthy enough to play, and I think Aaron Jones, he's gonna go off against the Dolphins. The Packers are gonna run all over Miami.
Make sure you quote that. I'm just gonna quote that right now. I have caps locks on.
All right, so for the next game, it's the Broncos at the Rams. A pretty bad football game, if you ask me, for Christmas.
Yeah, Denver
Broncos are favored by 3 points.
Is Russell Wilson playing? Because he's injured still.
I think he still has a concussion.
He should probably sell for the rest of the year. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, their season's done. Their season's been done for a while.
Aaron Donald's not playing.
This is the most amount of teams who are still in Super Bowl contention.
Oh, yeah, it's 27 out of 32.
16.
27
Only 5 teams are out.
27 teams are still in contention for playoffs.
Except for these two.
These two are not in it. Yes. You could probably take a guess. I can probably name them off right now. Yeah, Broncos, Rams, Cardinals, Bears, and Texans. There's your 5.
Yo.
I'm so smart. But I'm going to take the Broncos in this one.
I don't know, man. This is a tough one.
It's in LA. They're not going to have... There's going to be no fans there.
It's Christmas, yeah. You know what's going to be... I'm still going to
choose the spread.
I'm still going to go with the Rams because for some reason the times I go with the Broncos, they suck. Except for last week, they won.
Yeah, I'm going to choose Denver, but...
I'm taking this in a pretty low scoring game.
Give me 2017 as well.
27-14.
Buccaneers at Arizona.
This game's also going to be a crappy game.
Tampa Bay is favored by
7.5.
7.5. I'm going to take this spread. Give me Tampa.
For some reason, I want to pick the Cardinals, but they're doing really poor.
It's Tom Brady. He's gonna bounce back. They have the weapons.
The Buccaneers most definitely do have the weapons.
I want to say 28-14.
I'm gonna take the Buccaneers in this one. I'll take them 24-13.
All right, so now for our last game, we have the Chargers at the Colts.
Monday Night Football.
LA is favored with 4.5, and we are both going to take the Chargers. I think that's
I'm
just
going to take the Chargers in a pretty close game.
Really?
The Chargers like to play in close football games. It happens
fair.
all the time. This one's in Indianapolis, so going to be a little bit more challenging of a game for them. But since the Colts don't have Jonathan Taylor, I mean that.
Yeah, and
that hurts.
Nick Foles is starting, by the way.
That's
Foles is starting. I forgot to mention that earlier. Nick Foles is starting. Matt Ryan got benched.
That hurts pretty bad.
Yeah.
But I really hope the Chargers just pop off because I need Eckler and Herbert to just go insane.
I'm still going to keep it a one-score game, but not probably as close as you. I'm going to pick 28-20 Los Angeles.
I'm going to go with 33
to 28 or to 30
to 28. 33-28 Chargers.
All right, so a 5-point game.
So just over on the spread.
Yes. So.
Okay, we never figured out the thing with our records.
Yeah, I think I fixed. I think I had more losses. I just fixed it because I didn't want our wins were lined up right, but then our losses were messed up. So I'm 45-26, and you're 47-24. So you're 2 games ahead of me.
Heck yeah! 3 weeks to go.
Yeah.
You did catch up a game on me though, so technically,
what
it's
were
only
you
one
last
differential.
Last week?
I went 13-3.
13-3.
So.
Oh my gosh, I can't remember.
Yeah, so that right there concludes our predictions for the games this week. Do we have any other thoughts for the rest of this episode, or should we close out?
I don't think I have anything left. Do you have anything?
I do not think so. So with that,
we're just over an hour 15 actually. So we made some pretty good time.
For sure. You guys, thanks for watching. Have a Merry Christmas.
Yes, have a happy holidays. If you're in Wisconsin, please drive safe because
if you're basically anywhere in the United States right now,
even Hawaii,
continental United States.
There you go. But yeah, stay safe. Have a happy holidays from here, from down on the sidelines. I guess we'll both be checking out, and we're gonna be eating good. I guess.
Yeah, make sure you eat some good food.
Spend time with family.
Definitely go with ham. Spend time with your family. Just enjoy this time of year, because when this time of year comes around, it's where you're able to just be happy with your family and just make the most out of it, because you never know when time is
when
gonna
you're
end.
not gonna realize until when you truly miss something.
Because
when you don't realize how much something's there until you realize it's gone, and then you miss it a lot. Like things that you take for granted, like it's just once they're gone, you realize, oh wow, I never really thought of it about like this before.
Yeah, so I mean, just with the holidays and everything, things changed quite a bit, like Matt said, and just I don't know anything else with Christmas or anything. It would have been nice if we did like a Christmas
special. Yeah, I might do something. Just like do.
Yeah, what are your plans for Christmas?
So probably watching football. I'm gonna be watching football tomorrow. We're watching
Good call.
Football on Sunday. I'm probably gonna be watching football on Monday. And then spending time with family. I'm going out to see Hunter. We have our family side. So my cousin Hunter, who's currently at UW River Falls, super close. I'm 2 months older. He's kind of the third part of our trio, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
He's like the third part of us.
I would say so. I haven't seen him in a very long time.
He has long curly hair.
I do know that.
I
know River Falls has done something to him. That's pretty much all I know. And then his mom goes to my mom's shop or whatever to buy antiques and stuff. Like, I know that too, but...
So I'm doing that. We're having our usual Carly Christmas, which is like everyone on my dad's side of the family, and there's like 50-some people, especially with the little young grandkids. So I usually just sit there. We talk about college, about our fun college stories, about what's going on.
Eat some food.
Actually, in March, I'm going down to Pensacola
really?
on my spring break because one of my friends, she's in the Navy right now, and that's where she's going to get deployed.
Is she stationed down there?
She will be. She's in boot camp right now. So she left 11 days ago. She's in Illinois right now, so once February hits, someone will go down there and watch her graduate. But yeah, so I'm actually trying to lose weight right now, which I've lost 15 pounds already since.
Dude, you've been going to the gym on a daily basis, haven't you?
Yeah, if you guys don't follow me at Maddie_ice_C. Follow my lifting. My TikTok is Matt Crawley. Post a lot of lifting videos and motivational videos. Wrestler turned gym rat. That's all I can really say about me. I fell in love with wrestling, and now I fell in love with lifting. And I go there every day. Even that's Brenden.
That's pretty special to have, like, to fall in love with something that, like, makes your body, like, feel better, stronger, and healthier. It's pretty
not just your body, but also your mind. It helps me a lot with my mental focus.
Like, it takes your mind off a lot of things that are going on in life, and it just puts you in a different spot. Like, that's kind of what it is for me with golfing. Like, anytime I go golfing, I mean, I typically, like, I do want to play well, but
you're super light. You're lit up. Not that type of sense, not that type of lit up, but like. You're more loose. You're more loose, I should say.
It just throws my mind off of everything that's going on, and I know that, like, we just got done with our first semester of our junior years at college, and for sure it was stressful. Like, I was stressed out this past Wednesday. I was running back and forth constantly with all my work.
Especially since this week was my break, but like last week it was super stressful. Not only was I sick, I had finals going on. I was studying I had to take one of my friends to the ER. It was just such a bad week. It's like, oh, good Lord. Like, I'm trying to find time to do this podcast. Like, first one, I was like, I'm not feeling good. Another one was like, I got finals, so I couldn't do it. But yeah. What are you doing for Christmas?
Well, I know that tomorrow night I'll likely be going to church, like, to just, like, have the candlelight service and everything. See most of my family there. That will be really nice. And I mean, speaking of Christmas presents, I still need to buy some Christmas presents. So
wait, are we going shopping? Are we going shopping tomorrow?
I would. I hope
because I need to get my chains and glasses.
I hope the weather is a lot nicer because I kind of do have to go shopping. So my plans are to go shopping. I got my candlelight church service to go to, and then when it comes to Christmas morning, probably wake up at whatever time I feel like.
Yeah, for me it used to be I woke up at 3 a.m. because when we had our Wii games, I would always get up and play our new Wii games. So by the time it would roll around 8 o'clock, I've had the whole game completed.
Yeah.
If not 95% of it. And I remember when I first got Madden 13, I woke up at 3 a.m. I started on 15-minute quarters. I was the Vikings up against the Packers on rookie mode. I racked up the score over 500.
That's so stupid.
I was like, yeah, screw you, Green Bay.
When you see those things where, like, a team loses.
It's like a game that they shouldn't lose.
And then somebody goes on
let off
some
steam.
Yeah.
It was like the Dallas and, like, Minnesota. It was like Minnesota fans, like, sorry, I had to let off some steam. It was like 969 to, like, 100, like, not even 100 points. It was like 75 points. Like, bro.
That stuff is just ridiculous. The fact that you'd even allow 75 points to a rookie.
The fact that you would sit there for over an hour just to play one game of Madden.
It would not be an hour. It would be like 5 hours.
I did do that once.
Because the touchdowns keep happening. But for my Christmas plans, anyways, like, wake up anytime in the morning, probably eat, like, monkey bread for breakfast. Like, that stuff's so good. and then just spend time with my family. My brother and my sister-in-law, they're coming back here supposedly tomorrow. So we typically just like to play a bunch of games together, board games, card games, you name it, and just open presents under the tree. Just have a good Christmas, and then typically once the night time happens, that's when our family, we travel to our aunts and uncles' house for my dad's side's family Christmas. So we'll probably do that, probably play more games. I don't know. Eat a lot of food, sure.
These are my 2 cheat days. I'm going to try to keep it as a limit. I'm going to try to limit myself tomorrow, and then on Sunday is really what
these next 2 days are worth cheating days, for sure.
I'm like gaining 15 pounds. Like, when I go to the gym, I gain 6 pounds because I'm drinking so much water.
Oh, yeah.
So I drink like 6 pounds of water when I'm at the gym, because I literally got to the gym at 2:06 and I came out at 2:13. And then the next morning I'll be 2:05. Dude, it's all water weight. It's nice.
That's crazy. You probably go to the bathroom like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, it's more than 4 times. It's like 6 or 7 times.
Crap.
Because my body doesn't know what to do with all that extra water.
Yeah.
But no,
I think that's pretty much all of my Christmas plans, and then I'll have to head back to Stevens Point for my job
Zaleski.
On Wednesday at Zaleski Sports.
I gotta apply there. You gotta help me to apply there.
I can for sure hook you up with the boss, and you guys could probably have like a conversation or something, because like we're always looking for people.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, and do that. As for that, I think that concludes our Christmas-y special type of episode.
Yes,
season
greetings episode, I guess. I don't know what I'm gonna call this episode. Probably gonna be like Pro Bowl rosters revealed, something like that.
Maybe.
Or Minshew Mania returns or something. One of those two.
Minshew Mania.
I don't know, but that's it from down on the sidelines. I'm Matt Crowley, aka Matty Icy.
I'm Brenden Retzloff, aka Bretts.golf. Oh yeah, you can also follow Bretts.golf on TikTok too. Pretty good content out there. Because I post a lot of golfing stuff if you guys are interested in that, and also a little other like recreational type of stuff. So yeah, there's that. Speaking of that, we probably got to make social media pages for this.
Yeah, we do.
Very soon. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it, and have a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you guys to head into week 17.
Yeah, we'll see you next week down on the sidelines. Thank you much, everyone. Merry Christmas.